Good morning. It's 9:06 a.m. on Wednesday, February 27th, 2019. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So, what happened yesterday? Well, writing went reasonably well. I did keep keep moving on the thing that I'm working on that I mentioned yesterday. Um, Feeling a little bit bolstered in my intent to just go ahead and move forward with that story. And then what ended up happening as part of what I wrote yesterday was there's a song in it. Um, One of the main characters works as a nightclub singer, and oh, so I have a roommate briefly coming in, but that's all right. So there was a song that I wrote as part of my writing yesterday, and it's not something I usually do a lot of, and that's so that was kind of a fun novelty. I mean, obviously, I'm writing it, for prose, so I'm kind of imagining a melody, but mostly it's just the lyrics on the page. But anyway, so that was fun. As the writing, wrapped up for the day, everyone kind of hangs out afterwards. I set up the NES and SNES classics downstairs, and we had people playing those a little bit. And I brought out a board game called Dixie, which is an interesting game. I think there are several variations of it, but the basic idea is that when it's your turn, you have to take, one of the cards in your hand, which all have a variety of just very bizarre or surreal or evocative imagery on them. A lot of them feel like fairy tales or something, and like one features like a little kid who is inside a music box, but it's like the music box is a prison cell, and there are various little music notes scattered around outside, like those are the keys that are out of reach. And it's like, what's that about? Who knows? Well, that's the idea. And so you pick one of your cards and you give a clue about it that needs to be clear enough of a reference to the card that some people will be able to pick it out from a group, but not so clear that everybody gets it. And I think that's an interesting mechanic. The scoring is a little bit complicated for it. Like, we sort of had to talk through it every single time and do all the adding up and everything. Which, I mean, this is fine, I guess. It wasn't like it overly slowed down, but it did just feel like it wasn't super elegant, I guess. I don't know. But it's kind of a neat game, so I was glad to have the opportunity to play it some. Today is ostensibly a free day, meaning there's not like an expectation that people are necessarily writing today. I haven't really made other plans though. Probably do a little bit more preparation for the D&D one shot that I'm going to run tomorrow. And one of the discussions I had last night actually was one of the people was asking everyone, what's your passion? And after thinking about it a little bit, I realized that, the collaborative storytelling and, the tabletop RPG stuff probably would have to be what I'd call my passion these days. It's certainly the thing that kind of almost always like lightens my mood. Like, I like thinking about it. I put a lot of effort into preparing for it and working around that stuff. And it's a lot of work, but I enjoy it. So, I mean, I guess I would have to say that. And, that had me thinking too about whether or not maybe some of the writing I do here, or just in general, maybe I should try writing up like a module, like to sell. Because mostly I've only ever written up stuff for my own games, but I feel like I could do it. I mean, I could certainly create the product. I don't know. Um, so I've thought about that a little bit in the past, but I haven't really ever made any moves in that direction. Anyway, I think I'll leave it there, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.